So obviously, we're very pleased to get those back-to-backs in Australia, where they don't come so often. To go back-to-back against All Blacks, what would that mean?
Yeah, I think obviously it was very satisfying to get those 2 good wins against Australia. But I think we've already been back to camp for a few days, and we put that behind us, and we're still focusing on the next week. I don't think we've even looked at the Big Cape tournament yet. It's obviously a big week for us this week, and I suppose the next big thing for us is training this afternoon. So yeah, I think it's an exciting challenge, something I think everyone's looking forward to. But for us, it's just about focusing on today and this afternoon.
Are the guys aware of the Ellis Park factor actually not really having been hit kind to you guys? I think you've lost 3 of your last 4 matches against the All Blacks at Ellis Park. Is that something you've discussed?
No, I think it's obviously something that everyone knows is altitude and Ellis Park and whatever. But I think, we're in a professional era now where teams prepare for that kind of stuff, home team and away teams. And we shot it going to Australia. Obviously there wasn't altitude there, but we prepared well and we won convincingly there, So I think for New Zealand and for us, it's a massive test match, and we'll both need to prepare well in order to get the result that we want, So for us, it's just about preparing well, making sure that we get our processes and things right this week, and going to this game confidently.
But then this is like, correct me if I'm wrong, but you didn't play in a 22 game win after the last match where you lost up here.
No.
What do you have to do to avoid those sort of, what I call it a boiler or in terms of focus and prepared, what do you have to do to avoid those sort of upsets?
Saying not look too far ahead. Like I said, biggest thing for us is to this afternoon session. When you start looking a day ahead or a session ahead, I think that's where you stumble, So for us, it's the biggest thing for us will be our next meeting and then our training this afternoon. And those are the things you can control. How you put up your training, your mindset of training, your intensity, your effort, all of those things are things that we measure here and are things that we can control. And I think that's all that matters for us here, to be honest.
Given the changes that's been since the final, so then you all know about the final, a lot more changes for New Zealand. Does it make it easier for you to prepare or focus on yourself in the chase?
I'm going to have to disagree with you there. I think we've also had a lot of changes. Last week we played a completely new team where there's a hell of a lot of guys that weren't been finding. So I think both teams are on a similar kind of space. We've got a lot of new guys that have come in and they've performed really well, and that have put up their hands day in and day out and that have performed as well. So I think it's exactly the same for New Zealand. They also, it's a new 4-year cycle for them. And I think, it's just about who can prepare the best and who can go out there and then I suppose execute. So, yes.
Shut up, Phil. So I'll put ask you some appreciate top if I had to give an opportunity to ask for the punt. And do you want to remind me that the team will only be there tomorrow? It's always got teams done virtually out of their sing players to the year. See if you do get the not this weekend against the All Blacks. One main thing, what is your mindset going into the state, especially if you can get nothing?
Yeah, it will be a massive honor. I think playing against the All Blacks in a Springboks jersey is every young boy's dream, especially for me. It's still new in the Springbok environment. So for me, if I get the chance, I'll just grab the opportunity with both hands and do the best I can for the team and for the country.
Coming back up, a lot of questions you're asking to just so far. How does the mindset change coming into this match? Is this still a parallelities match, or is there a mindset change and mindset needed going to this game fashion?
I think there's not a big or small test match. So for us, it's just to prepare as well as we can. Try to figure out where their weaknesses lie and try to exploit it. For me, that's all. There's not a bigger or smaller test match. We need to win every test match and do the best we can.
For us, now, something you've been out of a breakout season here with the Boxers earlier. Has that given a big boost to your confidence and you play down like Kitsy back in camp now with you guys? Does that also put a bit of fire and then you used with the competition heating up now?
Yeah, I think I don't need more fire under me. It's for me, it's just a massive honor to play alongside guys that I've looked up to my entire life and playing provincial rugby, looking up to those guys and now being able to learn from them, train with them, and I just try to learn as much as possible in every session.
Yeah. Jesse, just talking about the change, like the Springboks still waits after World Cup last year, what it is about quite a film. You guys as to be around and coaching group, Carl, biggest eBay, revolutionizing the Springboks' attack, I guess, for spot to sit.
Yeah, I think Brownie's obviously been massive since he's come in. He's brought a great energy and a great, I suppose, not change in mindset, but a great way of seeing attack. And I think he's got the guys in the room really excited, which is awesome. And I also think he's got us playing a really exciting brand of rugby that the guys are enjoying. So it's nice to get onto the field and be really excited about how you want to play. And I think as a player, that's a really great thing to have.
After that, good guess. Rossi spoke and this would be the challenge, another step up. Just in the struggles, considering all of these come through and grow here get the money from the players we expect to go straight in and get a few players.
Yeah, I mean, it's a massive test match. I mean, like Gerhard said, any test match is massive. I think we all know against New Zealand, it's pretty big. So, but really exciting. You know, I think as a player, you want to be involved in these kind of test matches. So I think, yeah, obviously everyone's crossing fingers to hopefully be involved. And yeah, I think it'll be another great test match.
So just if I can just follow on that one, how different is the way you guys play you follow the last year?
Yeah, I think there are. I think you can see quite a bit of change. But it's obviously you keep a core of what you've already built on for the last couple of years, and then I think Brownie's just come in with some different thoughts and different ways of how he sees attacking rugby, and also got a lot of guys using skills that they wouldn't normally use. You know, a lot of guys. If you look at a guy like Eben, he's got unbelievable hands and a good offloading ability, and I can name 1 to 15, and he's got guys with amazing skill sets, and it's nice to see guys like that starting to use those skills and kind of express themselves.
You guys stand in the new last year?
I believe so. I think if you're not better now than you were last year, then you've got a bit of a problem. So big thing for us is obviously we want to stay ahead of the curve, keep working on our game, keep working on our individual skill sets to contribute in order for us to get better. But I definitely believe that we're a better team than where we were last year.
Jesse, should you get an opportunity to play with some Doris midfield? Was the last time when you had a spot for All Blacks, and I've looked at a couple of short trouble for taking this concussion. And with the way the shaping is now, these matches go coming like very well.
Yeah, I mean, any opportunity that you get to pull a Springbok jersey over your head is a massive one, and something that I would never take lightly. And it's, like I said, it's the biggest privilege to wear that jersey. And if I'm privileged enough to get another opportunity this weekend, I'll do everything in my power and give everything that I have for South Africa. So yeah, that never changes, and it would be a massive opportunity if I do get a chance.
But to Deon, you saw in the first test and this the second test against Australia, we had literally had 0 scrums. In terms of using a scrum as a platform, has it put down and taking on the list of priorities going into the rest of the challenge?
No, definitely not. I think set piece will always be an integral part of your strategy in order to get the upper hand against the opposition. If you look at that specific game, I think New Zealand has got 8 scrum penalties. And obviously, if you have that advantage, it causes a ripple effect, because from that you can gain territorial advantage. It puts you in a better position to score points from. And that game proved actually was a showcase of that, in the importance of a good scrum or a good set piece in order to get a better result.
Any
other English questions, guys?
Yeah, good. Jesse, originally the way the All Blacks taken the recent English defense.
Yeah, I thought they did pretty well. They were 2 unbelievably tough, fast, I think exciting test matches. So yeah, I think New Zealand players, I mean, obviously I play with a lot of guys in Japan, and unbelievable skill sets, how they see the game, how they approach the game, like to play fast. So yeah, I think it was really good.
So what if you made in scrum just from watching, right? Maybe playing together with him, but you would have been the opportunity to scrum against him. Super like, what if you made up of his scrum so far?
I think they have a very good scrum, very good set piece, and we'll don't know what to say. I think they have a good set piece, and we'll just make sure that we work hard enough on ours to make sure it's a good challenge this weekend.
So, any answers?
Dark question for Jesse and Deon. Beginning of this season, one of the things you guys hadn't got around to doing was being denied as a club since 2018. And obviously, I know you guys won 2019 Rugby Championship, but it wasn't a forward. How much of an emphasis has gone into your planning to make sure that you put it through this time around, given the start as already had?
And it's flexible. And that's, I think, in every game when you don't get the result you want, obviously you learn good lessons in that, and you try to build from that specific lessons. I think we've looked at the game, we've learned our lessons, but we've put it behind us, and we actually from that we've actually grew a lot as a team and as a group, ensuring that we better in those areas that we thought we could have handled better. And I think that is part of growing your game, is not to dwell too much on the past, but to look where you can improve going forward. And I think that is the cycle where we are also in now, in terms of to look at how and where can we improve in the different areas of our game. How can we ensure that we build more experience amongst our squad and our players to become better, because eventually, if you look far towards the future, the next World Cup, I think it's important that we learn as quickly as possible and move on and build on that for the next game.
Yes, sir. Jesse, the same question to you.
Pretty much what he said.
And Jesse, how are you doing? The Springboks have got a better since last year's World Cup, but they take the All Blacks out as well. But obviously, from the coaching group, then they're learning themselves, so we can do a better team than what they were last year.
Yeah, I think they definitely up there. I think they've got class players all around the field. They've got a class squad. They've got great leaders. I think they've got a really good coaching staff as well that have come in. So I do think they're on their way to becoming a better team, if not better than where they are last year. I think it's probably, like any international team, it's really competitive, and they've got class players. So I think that in itself drives competitive environment. So yeah.
Guys, let's take a few more questions for Ferry and Jesse, and then they can go into strapping, and then Deon will stay till the end.
Just to see on the New Zealand startup with like then Mackenzie like to driving at wild television. I was different as that watching as it being some really attack this and no start.
Yeah, I think David McKenzie is probably one of the most exciting players in World Rugby with ball in hand. I think obviously been given a chance now to run the New Zealand team at fly half, and I think he's been doing a really good job. So it's like I said, it's an exciting challenge for us. I think obviously to try and nullify that, but I think he's been doing really well for them, and it's been good for New Zealand.
And then but Kriel combinator with her.
Yeah, they've also got really good depth in the midfield. I think whoever plays, whether it be Jordy Barrett, Antonina Brown, Rico Iani, they've got so many people to pick from there that are world class players. So I think regardless of who plays, you've got a quick test match on your hands, and it's going to be a big challenge. So I think they're really lucky with the quality of players they've got in their squad.
Jesse, compleet Afrikaans, zodat hulle
Ferris is in Engels praat coaches aan. Wat zijn er voor jou betekent? Sorry, je recht back te om je naam te Roberts weet van met Engels het dokter zelf te spelen. En die trucs weer daar weer die get. Gewoon dat bij jongens spelen. Ik zie nog eens jong, maar voor jongens spelen is er altijd bij funders. Je zien we achter voor All Blacks. Dus is er in ieder geval nog steeds een die of 4 maanden wel weer van hoe spelers nog zien we achter voor Blacks.
Vir my sal dit sal vir my ongelooflike groot voorreg en eer wees. Soos ek net ook gesê het, ek dink dis elke klein seentjie se droom om eendag teen die All Blacks speel in 'n Springbok trui en vir my sal dit niks minders dit is. Dit sal soos ek sê voorreg en 'n eer wees. Ek dink my vlinders en my maag sal nooit weggaan voor 'n rugby wedstryd nie. Ek dink die dag as dit weggaan as ek klaar. Sodra daai excitement ophou, dan dink ek aan vir die verkeerde rede hier, so kan nie vir die ander manne praat nie, maar die vlinders bly maar in my maag.
Wil er een goed gevaar in een stel, en dat betekent dat die Springboks makkelijker die 2-2, dat is niet in te staan bij het schot.
Ek dink dit is ek dink ons kan met baie confidence uit die toer uit terugkom, maar dis 'n hele ander perd wat ons hierdie naweek op sal. So ek dink dit is elke toets vir homself. Ek dink dit gaan bietjie ander planne vat, maar ek dink verseker ons kan met kan ek sê die momentum wat ons gebou het, kan ons by vooruit gaan.
En ek is nie direk bewus wat in de finales van die Spanne uit Super Rugby die Suid-Afrika is nie, maar hoe bereid mens voor aan in die scrums? Vir sy nie werk voor die interne gereelde basis skoene.
Ek dink dit is moeilik. Ek dink ons is bevoorreg om ons oefen elke week teen ek persoonlik oefen elke week teen die beste paskop in die wêreld. So hoe kan ek sê vir my om in so toets in te gaan en jy weet jy die werk in die week ingesit, dan voel mense gaan mens redelik met selfvertroue in dit in. So ek dink dis maar al, maak seker ons sit genoeg werk in die week in om seker te maak ons is reg op die naweek.
Any further questions for Jesse and Gerhard?
Jeff, Stake, want to do what? This one from my side. Absence of spirit. Let's deep Dave multiple the documented. But then make the New Zealand side of the top ever more special method that players fully events fabrics the natural it.
I don't believe so. I haven't played rugby since 2019, and it's still as special as it was when I was playing Super Rugby. So, for me personally, no. I don't know how other people feel. I feel any test match against New Zealand is unbelievably special. So, yeah. But
Everyone happy with Jesse and Gerhard? Can they go strap? Okay, Jesse, Gerhard, you guys can be. The total comments mess up. Was that really there's something he's up there? Into the SD. You guys, in the audience.
Yeah.
Those?
Deal against the Irish, about sort of reverted to Todd, and it was a 10 on almost going about to sort of, won the World Cup. But this time around, against New Zealand, but I think we can see a few more changes, than last time. And the second thing is, so often we're going to New Zealand where we sort of consider favourites. Is that something that you sort of can talk to the players about to manage expectations?
Obviously, we are in the process, as explained previously, where we try to build squad depth going into the future. But it's also important for us to win every test match, and we also look to transform the way in which we play, because going forward, I think it's not going to be wise doing the same things over again and expecting a different result. So for us, it's important to, as we go on, to make selections that put us in a position to get the best reward. So obviously we look at the players' current performance, the opposition that we play in, the availability, if they can be coached for the period of time that we want them to prepare properly for a game. So we will take all those variables into account in selecting our team for this weekend. I think we're in a position now where we expose some of the youngsters to gain some experience against top quality opposition, against Australia and the previous game, and I think we will continue to do that if necessary, with confidence in the ability of all the players in the squad, because it's important. I think in the way we operate, that we assist each other, we help each other to become better, whatever opposition we faced, and that also then, if we get good rewards, creates an opportunity for the next player to also get his opportunity. And yeah, I think that will be part of a big picture in the selection of our teams going forward. There will always be massive respect between us and New Zealand, given the history. I think there will never be a Springbok side running onto the field and put themselves or underestimate whatever opposition, especially the New Zealand team they play against. And I think there's massive respect between the two teams. It's a quality team. They showed in the last couple of games that with their backs to the wall how dangerous they can be. They've got quality players all over the field, and I think it's going to be a massive challenge. And it's going to be like this game and the next game will be, I think, with the same intensity and quality that is expected from a New Zealand-South Africa contest.
Given what you just said about the type of the game and the speed kids have in New Zealand, do you think it's going to reach the same intensity as the World Cup final did?
But definitely, I think, as I said, if you look back in the history of the two teams, it's always close against us when we play against each other. There's good matchup in all the departments. The World Cup final actually showcased the same sort of intent and physicality and intensity, and I don't think it would be different. Any other game we play against New Zealand would be the same.
Can I ask you, entry after the top one players in this current squad are available for selection, and has the team the concussion who applied this class to when it comes to like somewhere?
Yeah, Salman is follows a normal protocol for the HIA, so unfortunately he won't be available for selection for this game. Unfortunately, we've also got to voodoo in this case in terms of our locks. At this stage, we know that guys like Lode Jager, Franco Mostert, Jean Klein, guys are out with injury. At this point in time, a guy like RJ Snyman is also unavailable due to a leg injury. Unfortunately, I can't go into detail in terms of that, so he will be out for a couple of weeks. At this point in time, Ibn Etzebeth is also struggling with a bit of a niggle. So it's also something that we will look at in terms of his availability for this coming week. But luckily, at the end of the day, we've got, as I said, we've got some good depth in terms of guys that have played till now in those positions. Peter Steves the 2-8, Ruan Norkira had a good game in the last outing. We've got an experienced guy that Nicholas, which we brought in. We've got Ben Jason Dixon, who have also played a couple of games at locks for the Stormers. So, yeah, I think it will always be tough when you lose some experience, but it's also a great opportunity, an exciting opportunity to see the quality and what the new or the next guy can bring within the squad.
During the week, we were to quickly have an action. You said you also spoke to before you extremely up to 15 and 18 kilos.
No, that obviously we will wait for the doctor's feedback on that.
Get us as a Monday and also like you told us what the Monday was like. If a player cannot train on a Monday, that player automatically does not qualify for the test match this coming Saturday. Is that still the case?
Yeah, that stays part of our protocol and it will apply every time.
The always about the tallies can white lock anymore. Does that make me a factor, pro?
No, I think Scott Barrett, I mean, he will be back this week. And I think it would be massive for New Zealand to have him back from a leadership point of view, but also in terms of from a playing point of view. And I think, yes, Whitelock and Natalic were quality players, and any team that lose that quality will take them some time to build on that. But I think there's some good youngsters coming through, and with the leadership and the assistance of Barrett and Tupoloto and those guys around them, I think they will grow in stature.
I mean, just talk us through how happy is he with the evolution and the of the water team. Again, it functions well. The only more evolution that we can know it's functioning well. They have to get to it, didn't make couple, but just talk us through how happy or not quite happy he was, how that particular sequence is what.
Yeah, I think if you look at the defense of teams, different teams, how they defend mauls, and how teams have grown, becoming better defensively, in general defense or defending mauls over the years. At test level, it becomes quite a massive contest because there's different approaches of different teams in order to in how they do that, and that obviously ask different questions in terms of strategy, in terms of how you want to approach and so that how you want to approach it from an attacking point of view to get better rewards, and also for us, I mean, we've obviously dissected the way we looked at it and made one or two changes in terms of how we can execute it better, and we will keep trying to evolve in terms of doing that. But obviously, there's also other means in terms of how you can attack from lineouts, and when you get the opportunity to maul, that you use that as a weapon to be effective, and then we will look at all of that means to ensure that when we execute it, when we do it, that we give ourselves an upper hand or an opportunity to get better rewards.
Please, we've got 3 more minutes. Can we do Afrikaans, please?
I was just
Vanaf en aan.
Yeah, just the World Cup final, there was one put it super precise. I think this weekend, you look at other sport, there's also 1.246 to 247 in favor of the All Blacks. And you have this test match in next week. If you look at the World Cup final, the boxing final, the World Champs, and the next 2 games, will that decide the best team on the planet?
No, I think, I mean, you play the World Cup for a specific reason, to become the best in the world, to win a trophy, and I think we've achieved that, and as a team, we're proud of that achievement. I think for us going forward is just important to look at how we can get better in every test match, and as proud South Africans, we try to win every test match, no matter who we play against, because it's important for us. And I don't think we go in with a mindset to prove something different than that, by just being the best that we can be on game day, and ensure that we wear the jersey with the utmost respect and pride, and make the people that support us happy in terms of how we do that.
Wat bijna gezegd, dit is pas als we zo van de koers, hoe wordt de serie wordt strafsteken, hoe je met mensen kop in voor dat we leren voor de song of afgenuske kwak basic. En natuurlijk doen we vragen dan moest je Steenekamp voor een split door iets te doen op of iets van ons aan te zeggen voorbereiden.
Ja, het wedstrijd in Nieuw-Zeeland is iets om naar uit te zien. Ik denk nie ons benader dit anders as teen enige ander span nie, as om net te sorg dat ons probeer om die beste voorbereid te wees wat ons kan om die beste resultate te kry Saterdag. Ik denk dat baie opgewondenheid onder die spelers om weer eens teen Nieuw-Zeeland te speel en om nog 'n kans of 'n treetjie nader te gee en moontlik hierdie kampioenskap te wen. En ek dink dit is waarvoor elke span speel in hierdie reeks. Natuurlijk is dit altyd moeilik vir enige span as jy ervare spelers het wat beseer raak of moontlik nie beskikbaar raak nie, maar ons is ook opgewonde om die volgende generasie speler te sien in terme van hoe hy vorder en wat sy bydrae gaan wees, en ons het volle vertroue dat wie ook al in watter posisie gaan speel en gekies word in hy posisie, dat hy die trui met waardigheid sal dra en sy beste sal doen.
Great, thank you very much, guys.